Alrighty. Well, yeah, it's been a while since I've recorded anything. I'm playing 17 because I remember when I started high school, I started using this mod pack as second mod pack I played. As the second mod pack I ever played, because my first one was Aerocraft, and I decided just to switch because I decided, if I get Aerocraft, then I guess I would just be, just try a different mod pack. So I've tried 7 Tech. So basically, I had no idea what I was doing, and you should be experienced with mods first before you play a mod pack like this, like the one I'm playing, and I wasn't very experienced, so. I didn't know what I was doing. Back to what I was doing. So basically, I didn't know what I was doing. So progressing was taking a very long time. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to stop and play something else, and that's what I did. And I kept doing that, and I kept doing it, and I pretty much never beat any of the mod packs I already had. I got very close to beating one until I died in the end and lost all my very expensive gear. I'm at age 4. I've completed all of the advancements for age 1 and age 2. Age 3, I have very few to get to. I just need to get this. And then I have to find a sea monument, which I haven't found yet. And then age 3, which I have gotten through relatively quickly. Now I have to get Galgordian in order to progress from age 4, which Galgordian is pretty hard to. It's pretty expensive as requires an arc furnace. However, I have the materials to construct one, but I do not have the power outlet. So this is my blood magic. I don't really understand how blood magic works. So this is pretty much how I use it. This was the pit I used to store cows, so I could turn them into buffalo for age. For the Stone Age, this is the hunting portal I built. I sort of ready to make this. This is the gateway. To make this funny, I got this right around the end of the medieval age. The Between Lands portal. Funnily enough, I also tried updating Between Lands in order to play with it, but however, an overlap happened with thatch, so I wasn't able to craft the primal core thatch, so I had to switch back. This is the small trick I've been using pretty much since I got it during the medieval age. This Now this is my Better of Mods system. So basically it's been so I can pretty much make everything I need. So this block placer I was able to get during the beginning of the Industrial Revolution age. It was a bit expensive because I realized I need platinum, so I was like, oh great, I have to go very far out to find platinum, but as you can guess, there's platinum right next to my base, and I was able to find it. So ironic. So basically, it's automated. You can make machines using power using this, but I don't want to put any more strain on my power system, so it's going to be just using this simple automation thing, and it works quite well. Fortunately, I found out that this thing, when you grind things, sometimes the thing that's ground will up here, so I could do this, so it could collect them, and I won't have to worry about them despawning on the ground. Now this is the thing I use to help scrap. The crucible here is what I use to help scrap leftover broken iron tools, pixel steel. I have like a stack of that. This is my beneath teleporter where I go to the beneath. This is my virtual area for Abyssal Craft, so it's not complicated. This is the Twilight Porter. Now this big staircase, this, I'm going to put a second, I'm going to get the slime boots. This is the forge. I made this during Age 2, and the entire thing was, during Age 1, the entire thing is basically, I want to give it a Greek theme, since it's supposed to be in the Bronze Age. So that's what I did. Basically, all of my sort of forging components and Tinker's Construct stuff is all located here along with my chests, where I store most of the industrial materials at. I have a lot of terra clay clumps. I could turn them into bricks. I also have a lot of plant fiber as well, twine as well, but it's not really used for anything other than tying things, so it's just staying here. The clay I'm going to turn into terracotta bricks when I get the industrial dryer to do it. Now these are my bags. I almost use these on every session I play. It helps me store my stuff, keep my inventory organized. Very useful. Sec. I'm trying to find the slime boots so I can get there. Second, check my nutritional level. Good enough. Just gonna... Now these are the composters. This is why I used to get bio coal to fuel my furnaces, because normal coal is needed to make Kree-toast. And for soul steel, you also can use normal coal, but I need a lot of steel in order to progress through the industrial age, so basically, I use charcoal dust, and a great way to get charcoal dust is you just take a bunch of logs, you strip them, you put them in the pit kiln, you fire them, and you dig them up, and you harvest them, and you get a bunch of charcoal from that. It's very useful. Now this is supposed to be my Kratos oil storage. So basically, originally there were 4 of these until I reached the modern age and these fluid storage tanks became available. Their entire purpose is to literally just store the oil. That's it. This is my lava storage area. This is my fermentation area for monetization reasons. I am not going to go into what that does. This is where I store my lava so I can fuel up the forge. This is the crushing tub. For monetization reasons, I will not be discussing what I would use it for. This is supposed to be cooking for blockheads thing. The guy that spawned here is dead, so yeah, no problem. Oh, and I built this huge wall around my base, so I won't have to really worry about anything getting in. I built during the Stone Age to act as like a pen for the cows I have. Here we have all my Stone Age things. I still use these as they're still efficient. This is my berry farm. This is my main source of fruit, so I can keep my fruits things up. This is my sugarcane farm, where I use the cane where the cane is harvested, so I can use it to make wicker, so I can get wool, because it's complex. This is my farm, so we mainly have 3 cash crops, I like to call, which are hemp, canola, and cotton. Then we have our 5 food crops, which are corn, carrots, potatoes, beetroots, and rice. Now this is my house. So originally it was just a Wellington hut in the Stone Age. Now it's just this where I keep everything that's room industrial things like components, build components, blocks, food, anything biological. This is my tannin and mixing area. Eventually, I'm going to get into the industrial division and make 2 mining machines to do this for me, so I don't have to do this anymore, but I don't have them yet, so basically I'm stuck using these. Here are my 2 water wheels, which I use to mainly power everything. My power system isn't efficient enough since I'm in deficits, but that's fine. Also building a 2nd floor to this factory that I built here because I need more room for my machines. Then drop the steps right now. Now this is the forge setup, or I make the oil for Kratos. Where I make Kratos oil, where I turn coal into coke and Kratos oil, which really isn't used for anything other than creating treated wood and insulating wires. You can't burn for fuel though. This is my blast furnace, which is improved, so I have to power it in order to make it go faster. So it creates steel, and that also creates slag, which you can grind up into sand. And you can use it for glass, which is more important for other things, or you can just turn into the mod's concrete. Now this is the pump jack, where I get the oil, where I put it into this flotation machine. That makes me naphtha, which I need in order to create plastic. Unfortunately, it's very slow due to my horrible power grid, but it gets the job done nonetheless. Now this is my horse that I used during Age 2 to get around. because I need shadow gems, and I wanted to finish Abyssal Craft. Now this is my power. Now this is my factory. So I've got pretty much all of the immersive engineering heavy machinery except for the arc furnace, since that's way too big. I have the boiler. This is where I make the steam, which I then take into this, where I put the naphtha in steam to make propene. Then I put it in here to make liquid plastic. Then I put it in the plastic motor to make plastic. Now this, I believe, is a liquid processor, and this is the chemical mixer, which creates the propene, and the liquid processor turns the propene into plastic. Now this is the press. Basically, you throw a plate or anything in here and just presses it. And presses it. It's a very useful item, as I no longer have to use a hammer to do it, but it's also pretty easy to automate as well. This is my crusher. I used this recently to turn a stack of charcoal dust into to turn a stack of charcoal into charcoal dust, which I didn't use to create soul steel. I originally tried ore doubling, but then I realized I needed a arc furnace, which I don't have yet. So I'm going to get that. I've got everything set up for a diesel generator because I have the resources to do it. I have my mixer, which is for making slime, industrial squeezer, which squeezes out plant oil, and I believe wait, did I even build the fermenter? No, I didn't build a fermenter. I'm going to build that right now. Now, this is the second part of the thing, so I'm going to build this off camera since this is going to be boring to make, but basically I'm going 8 blocks in order to house the arc furnace. Oh, and this up here is Master Sorcery area. I built it higher up so I could collect more star rake to fuel my Master Sorcery things. Now that over there is the infusion altar where I turned quartz dust into stardust. I originally was going to make more with it since I have a stack of it just made on the stardust. However, I can realize I only do this one at a time, and it takes stardust. This is my altar, which I haven't used for anything yet. This is I'm going to demolish soon because I don't need it anymore. Now this is my fully upgraded altar, where I can now finally tune my wand to the constellation of my choosing. This is my attunement altar, where I will finally get into the finale of Astral. That's pretty much everything I have for my base. I've marked out the minerals with these big pillars. There's a bauxite one down here that I haven't marked because I don't see a need to do it. So I'm going to get my tools and I'm going to start trying to get parts in order to make the fermenter. Where's my thing? Now I just need a hammer. Now the fermenter is it's pretty simple to make. I just need a little bit of redstone alloy. I have everything I need in order to make 2 pieces of it, which is all I need. I didn't mess anything up, did I? It's built how it should be, right? There we go. It's all set up. Now all we have to do is just connect it. And done. There we go. There we go, our fermenter is hooked up and now it's powering up. Anyways, that will be it for this video. I'm probably going to put ceramic doors on this, so give it a nice little look. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, so bye.